video, and this is something different, you guys, that we haven't done before. But I feel like this was needed today because this testimony blessed me, so I know for sure it'll bless one of y'all. So today I have my friend Danielle, and my girl just owned her own Anytime Fitness with no money.
Oh my God.
We're gonna rip the band-aid off. Sis was broke and got her own gym. So I want her to tell her story on how we got here, what God did, and I just know it's gonna bless y'all. So, first question.
Oh my gosh.
What was life looking like before you got the gym? Like what was going on in life?
Okay, so just a quick flashback to that moment. I actually had just got laid off.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I lied. It wasn't just got laid off. I had been laid off for like 6 months. So it was definitely unexpected, like most layoffs are unexpected. And it was like, although I was offended because I don't get laid off, I quit. I don't get fired, I quit. But it was like one of them things where, you know what I'm saying, like they let me go. And so I was kind of like in a shock, like, oh my gosh, like dang, I really ain't got no job and I got some real bills. Mm-hmm. And so it was like one of those things where initially I felt, okay, well I can just take me a little break. I've been, you know how we like, well,
right, we like, oh, I can breathe for a little bit.
Yeah, so I'm like, all right. And then I had a savings account and everything. So I'm like, I can at least survive a couple of months living off my savings account. I'm really big on saving. The problem was that 1 month, that 2 months turned into 3 months, turned into 4 months, turned into 5 months, turned into 6 months. And matter of fact, I was without a job way longer than that. And that's something that I was not expecting.
But was you looking for a job?
Or? Oh man, faithfully. Like okay. I filed for unemployment. Mm-hmm. That was some change, but you know, we try to be grateful. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? We try to be grateful. Mm-hmm. And I was applying to job. That was a job. That was my job. Applying to jobs. And I just
okay, that's a full-time job.
That's a full-time job. Mm-hmm. So I was applying to jobs like crazy, and then it was like, but deep down in my heart, I really believe the Lord was like, you're not going back to a job. And my life, my circumstances, my bills was like, girl, you need to get a job.
Okay.
So I wasn't really hearing the Lord. So yeah, I was applying to jobs like crazy. And it was like, before you know it, it had been 6 months of not working, living off my savings and getting the unemployment checks and trying to make it do what it do. Cause baby, I make stuff stretch. You know, we gifted at that. When you making stuff stretch, figure it out, recycle, do this, do that. So
I ain't never lived off of $20 longer in my life.
Man, you get real creative, okay? When you ain't got it like that.
$5 in the tank, man. $5 for some bread and some.
Okay, we're gonna stretch this thing, and that's kind of like what I was doing. So, yeah, that's where I was at. I was in a place that after a while, it wasn't funny no more. It was like, bro, I'm finna be broke. I'm finna be broke because there's only so much you can live. Like all my bills was being paid for from like savings or unemployment, and then I had just got to that point of desperation for real. Like I got to that point where like, all right, Lord, I need you to stop playing and do something. So
was you still at your place during that time, or did you end up leaving your place?
Oh no, that was another thing. Like I was fighting to keep my apartment. I did not want to go back to my parents' crib. Although I had that option, it was just like, no, it's just no turning back. There has to be another way. Like I would have much rather put everything on the line and put in my faith in God than going back to my parents' crib. Now, granted, I did talk to my father, and I was, you know, kind of like, let me put my pride aside and just let him know what's going on, because anybody that know me, if Danielle asking for money,
it's a problem.
She ain't got something is wrong, because they know how I am when it comes to my money. So they was like, my daddy was like, I already knew it was coming when you asked me for help. You know, if I ask you for help, financial help, that's how you really know that I'm not in a good space at all. So I did initiate the conversation, and I entertained the idea of it. But when it was coming down to it, I was like, no, this ain't the move. I'm not going back. Respectfully, there's nothing wrong with my pop's crib or anything like that. I was just like, I can't fathom going back. I can't fathom starting all over. That just, my mind won't comprehend that. So,
baby, it ain't for the weak.
It ain't to no.
I had to do it a couple times.
It's not, and I had to too. I just wasn't trying to do it again. I wasn't trying to do it again. I was like, nah, bro, something gotta break. I'm not going back. So, Lord, that means you're gonna have to really do something. So
what was that something that you did to create the turning point, and when was this now?
Yeah, so we in December, right? And I'm at that place where the unemployment finna be done. Matter of fact, I ran out of unemployment earlier than I expected. I thought I had one more month, and it was like it didn't come. It didn't come. So when I came to that realization, like, that money's gone. My savings account is just on life support right now. What am I finna do? And we going into the new year, 2024, and I ain't got no money. And I'm going into the new year broke, because that's insane to me. So I was just like, I got desperate, and I just started fasting and seeking the Lord. I ain't had nothing but time anyway, so, didn't have nothing but time anyway, so I started getting up at, I think it was 5 a.m. prayer, and I was just fasting and praying. And here's the thing, I wasn't even praying in English, I was praying in tongues. I had no more words to say. Okay, you ever prayed so much you like, I don't even know what to say.
Okay, like, Lord, I didn't say this.
I didn't say everything.
I don't know what's the password, what's the magic word at this point. Like,
I done said everything to you, so I'm just at that point where I'm just gonna pray in the Holy Ghost. I'm not praying in tongues. I'm praying my heavenly language for an hour straight. I know that's just what it was, and I did that every day until I got an answer. I know, and the thing is, I didn't even know how long that was going to be, but that's how desperate I was.
You was like Jacob. You was like, I'm not letting you go
till you bless me. I'm not letting you go. I fought. So, I was like, from the rest of this month, this started like in November, like the end of November to all of December, I started praying at 5 a.m. in the morning every day. I didn't have a job, y'all, so I ain't had nothing but time. I stopped filling out job applications. I gave up on that. I was just like, these at this point, I think half these jobs are scams anyway. Okay, so, half the jobs are waste of time. Right, exactly. That ain't even real jobs, and so that's what I started doing until I got an answer, and I got the answer. And one day, this was like around Christmas. I had my business partner, had hit me up. So I had a call, and it was like, yeah, I'm in town. And I'm like, okay, cool. We always link up, but this particular time was just different. It was like the Lord was like, do not let him leave without you seeing him. It was like a sense of urgency. And me just being all nonchalant, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna see him. Right. I literally waited to the last day before he was actually leaving to go see him. And it was so divine, because when I met up with him at his parents' crib, usually they don't let late night guests come over like that, but they let me come over still. And nothing actually happened that night. We just talked. We just chopped it up, and he was like, yo, let's hit up the gym. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. It's late. We done ate bad. It's Christmas night. We done ate all that Christmas food. You want to get up in the morning and go work out? Right. I'm not trying to do that. But I was like, for you, let's go. Let's go, bro. So we went to the gym the next day. And I'm thinking nothing of nothing. I'm a personal trainer, so I had put a workout together for us to do. And we was working out. And then all of a sudden, he just started talking about owning the gym. And I'm like, I'm broke right now, so I don't want to talk about my dreams. When you broke, bro, that's all you thinking about is how to get this money, how to get this rent. Like, you literally and you shift, and you're like literally into survivor mode. So,
what was the question you said he asked you?
What he asked me, you know this could be yours.
Yes.
He said,
that
you know,
was it right there.
yeah. He said, you know, this could be yours. And I'm looking, I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm still thinking about how I'm gonna pay my rent, y'all, because it's Christmas, and the first is right around the corner. The first is around the corner. So I'm like, what is he talking about? And so he was like, the gym. And I was like, oh, here he go with this. I can't think about my dreams right now. I'm thinking about the first right now. So the first to the third, that grace period. And so he was just talking to me about my dreams. And, you know, I always wanted to own my own gym and whatever. And so I'm like, yeah, you know, he's like, come on. He's like, you can get into franchising. And he had been trying to get me into franchising, but this time, now mind you, I've been praying. I've been asking the Lord for some answers and stuff like that. So after I pray 5 a.m., I still got to live out the day. I still got to go about my day.
Right.
So I started hearing him out. And I said, okay, educate me, because I really don't know nothing about franchising. Like, don't ever be afraid to just tell people, I don't know nothing about that for real. So I was just like, okay, educate me about, you know, what is that? What does that look like? And so he began to educate me. And then all of a sudden I went from thinking about the first to thinking about, this is the answered prayer. Like, this is what I've been seeking God for. I've been waiting for God to show me what is the next move. If I'm not going back to a job, then what is it? What's next? And so when he was telling me about franchising and owning the gym through franchising, I was like, this is it. This is what I've been praying for every morning. I've been praying for an answer or something like that. And so I was like, let's do it. It was just a simple.
So the light bulb
it just clicked
immediately.
Yeah, because I tapped into the Spirit. I tapped into what the Lord was showing me right in my face. That's the thing, like, I had to get out of my feelings and get out of my emotions and, you know, so focus on the circumstances and the first coming up. And I just really just, you know, had to get out of that mindset and listen to or recognize that the answer was right in front of me now. The answer that I've been seeking for all that month, praying in the Holy Ghost. That's another thing we be praying in that. It's kind of like, I just got thought about a Bible scripture. I'm sorry. Like when, give us the scripture. You know, the word be coming in. Okay. It be bubbling out. I just thought about, like, when they was praying for Peter, right? When he was locked up in the church, praying for him, and the little girl, you know, God answered the church prayer. They didn't know. They're praying. You know what I'm saying? They travailing and all of that. Meanwhile, Peter has this divine encounter with an angel that breaks him out of jail. Yeah, and then he goes to where the church is, and the little girl goes and hear Peter's voice, and she goes and tells them, you know, Peter's at the door. And they like, what? You know, no, wait. Like, you praying and the answer at the door. You still travailing. Like, the answer is here, okay? Wake up. So it's not like what it was. It was like, I'm travailing and praying, and then when the answer come, I want to still, I don't know, be in La La Land. So it was like the answer was in front of me. And so it was like, in that moment, I had so many questions. I'm like, how I'm going to tell him I ain't got no money? Because he ain't know that. Okay, like, this sounds good. But I ain't got no money. Okay. I'm broke. You know what I'm saying? And so he ended up, he was like, look, I started up. I'll help you. I'll get you started up and I'll help you and everything. And any question that I had in my head, he answered it. Which I knew was God. He didn't know he was answering my thoughts. He was literally answering my thoughts and my questions. And that's how I knew it was the Lord speaking through him, whether he realized it or not. So it was like one of those moments, it's a yes or a no. You gonna take the red pill or the blue pill? Which you gonna do? And so I said, yeah. And I was like, let's do it.
So do you think that you would have had that encounter had you not did that fasting and praying?
No, I don't think I would have. I think I would have been so focused on still trying to apply to jobs or still trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. See, sometimes we get caught up in us trying to figure it out, the flesh trying to figure it out. I gotta do this, I gotta do that, instead of just really just sitting with God. Like, yeah, because you have people, and people have asked me this before, like, what if you need to make a decision right now and you don't have time to wait? Because like I said, the first was around the corner. And even with me saying yes to this, I still need to rent money. I still need to rent money. So I'm like, you know, people will ask me that, like, what do you do when you need an answer right now? And then I say, you still need to wait on the Lord. You just have to. he works outside of time. He's not confined to time like we are.
Right.
So we in a rush, but
Right.
he like, I just want you
Chill
to
out.
trust me. Yeah, chill out. I didn't need
just
you.
like Jesus when the man came to him about his daughter dying, and he went and grabbed Jesus, and Jesus, okay, I'll be there.
Yeah.
The daughter died and everything.
Yeah, they came and told her, don't waste the rabbi's time. She gone. She dead. And he immediately said, you know what I'm saying, do not be afraid. You know, because immediately that's what happens when you hear bad news. You instantly go into fear or discouragement or whatever. And that's the first thing that the Lord Jesus in that moment addressed. Before you even go there, don't even go there. Right. Before you even go there, don't even go there. So
because you fasted, your spirit was now, your spiritual ears were now open to hear that conversation, because you were saying he's been talking to you before this conversation.
Yeah, he's brought up franchise.
So in the natural, you would have not even paid much. This just would have been a fluke conversation.
Exactly. I would have blocked my blessing. I would have been like, I wouldn't have been as interested, or my mind, or like you said, my heart and spirit wouldn't have been open, or even tapped into the fact that the Lord is showing me what my answer is. All that praying you've been doing, I'm now presenting it to you. Can you perceive it? Type of thing. Like when he said, behold, I'm doing a new thing. Can you not see it? Right. Can you perceive it? So it was like in that moment, like, can you see what I'm trying to do now? I'm saying no more to the jobs. You will never go back to a job again. Which I had said that. That's the thing. I was saying a lot of stuff in great faith, but when it got real,
when it came to,
I was like, I need a job.
Okay, like, you know what, Lord?
I need a job. I was just playing, bro.
Okay.
I got enough rest. I got enough sleep. Like, I need a job now. So,
but once he gave you the answer, it was easy after that, right?
No. I still needed money.
He gave you the answer.
I still needed money.
So everything you had to jump the next day, right?
No.
Oh.
It still was. Now
he gave you the answer. What's the holdup? Oh, okay.
The answer comes with a process.
Okay, so explain us the process.
It came with a process. So mind you, I said yes. My partner don't know I'm going through it financially. I didn't tell the man my business. I'm walking by faith at this point, and a little bit of pride. I'm like, he didn't know I'm
okay.
No, I did. I think he did know I didn't have a job, but he didn't know the state of where I was.
Severity.
Exactly. He didn't know that, and so even with me saying yes, the first was still around the corner. And so at this point, I literally, my lease wasn't up till May. We're going into January.
Okay, we're in January.
My lease wasn't up till May.
You got 5 more months.
And I had no money. I literally used the last bit of what I had to pay for January's rent. Now, some may say, girl, why you just didn't go back to your people and crib, I wasn't trying to break my lease. I wasn't trying to have it on my credit. And at that time, I was still believing God to do some type of miracle. I wasn't ready to ask for no help either. So, I had literally took whatever was left in my account, and I paid it January 1. And I'm like, Lord, I have nothing else. I have this opportunity that lies ahead of me and $0 in my bank account. That's how she started out telling my business. That I got a gym with no money. So now it's all good. It's a testimony now, so it is what it is. So yeah, I said yes. And I feel like he kind of tested me to see how serious I was, because he was like, okay, this is what I want you to do. He gave me some instructions. I do believe in prophetic instructions. So you got to be obedient to that. And I feel like what he was telling me to do was like prophetic instructions, but it was also helpful for us obtaining the gym. So he was like, look up what gym you want to franchise and do some research on it and let me know. And so I did that. I actually did it right away. And this was like towards the end of the year at this point of 2023, December 2023, towards the end of the year. I'm doing research about the gyms. And so at first I'm up here dreaming big, and I'm like, oh, I want the big old Crunch Fitness gym or what have you. But then I end up stumbling across the Anytime Fitness, and I was like, I felt the tug there. I was looking at their history. Just, I don't know, I was more intrigued by them, their growth and everything. I don't know. But I was like, my flesh wants this, but the spirit is leading me to this. Right. And so I followed up with my partner about it, and he looked at everything himself as well. He was like, oh yeah, the business line or whatever, it just makes sense. It makes sense, all of it. Yeah, let's do this. So he's like, okay, go ahead and fill out the paperwork. My goofy behind didn't do that.
Of course you did.
I don't know what I was thinking, y'all. I don't know what I still to this day can't explain why I delayed in submitting our inquiry for a friend for the gym. I delayed. It was like, I don't know.
Like you had all the time in the world to waste.
Right. I just spent all my last on rent. And I got this opportunity presented to me, and I'm taking my sweet lovely time.
Yeah.
So it took me having a dream for me to snap out of it and submit our inquiry. And basically that dream was I had received an email to my Yahoo email. It was very specific, very detailed. And I received an email from Anytime Fitness, and it said congratulations. In big old letters, like it just, dreams are like 3D, so it was like really, really big, and it just said congratulations. It was Anytime Fitness banner and stuff like that. And immediately when I woke up, I said, it's time. Let's do this. And I don't even know, I ain't brushed my teeth or nothing, y'all. I just went to the computer and just submitted it.
I ain't got time for that.
I ain't got time for none of that. I just submitted it. I told my partner I did it. I submitted it, and like in no time, they followed back us with a call, and it was like, shoosh, like it took off from there. Still, don't have a job. Don't have no money.
Don't have your rent money.
Don't have my rent money for February, for March,
okay,
for April.
Okay.
Still.
Okay. So you submit the application, and we're in January.
We're in January.
Okay. So at what point do you get approved for the gym?
Would you like once we close on it, or
no? Okay, so what was the next step?
Okay, so we had to go through a process. We basically had to kind of like sell ourselves. When they followed back up with us, we talked to like different people. I can't even remember who was who, to be honest. I feel like we talked to a couple of people, kind of like them interviewing us or whatever. What is our background? So we both are athletes. He has a military background, finance background. Me, athlete, also personal trainer. They love that. So we was like the ideal candidates they would want to open their gym. So it went from us trying to sell ourselves to them trying to sell them to us. Like, get with us.
We need you.
We want y'all. We need y'all type of thing. And it was like, okay, we're going to move you guys up, and you're going to talk to this person. And you're going to talk to this person. And it was like, one guy, I remember, he was like, y'all are moving through this really, really fast. And, like, wow, I'm surprised. It was really just God, honestly. So throughout January, February, we're just talking, doing a lot of conference calls.
Okay.
And going into it, we had the plan to really buy locations that were already established, they were selling. But when we started the process initially, they was putting on us the path as if we were doing like a new development, like building something from the ground up. And so, we was listening out, we was hearing it out. It actually sounded great, we entertained it a bit, but then when it came down to deciding that down the line, it was like, I don't think we want to do this. You know what I'm saying? Me and my partner talked about it, and we was like, do we want this, our first one, to be a new development, like brand new from the ground up, or do we want to stick to our original plan and just see if we can buy one that's established, that's already established? So we end up going that direction. Depend on the new development that's gonna come one day, and start off our first one with one that's already established, just to learn the ropes, just to get our feet wet, so that when the new development comes, we know how to run the stuff.
Wait, so when you getting this franchise established, where's the seed money coming from?
What's the?
Because you skipped that part. So they're gonna give it to you for free?
Oh no. You definitely gotta put up a percentage.
But you broke. So where was it coming from?
Oh no, my divine helper, my partner. So I don't have, and I feel so freaking helpless. Like I was like, what do I have to offer? But I love my business partner so much. Shout out to him, because he never made me feel like a burden, or like he saw me just as much as an asset as I saw him as an asset. it was like we both have something to offer. Even though you're not putting up the money, you still gonna play a major role in this. Your time just haven't came yet. Which now I see what he's talking about. Because now I'm running it. I'm doing the day-to-day operations.
Yeah.
He was like, we both have a part to play. So don't feel, I don't know.
Like insignificant.
Yeah, exactly. That's
so he was putting up the money. Okay.
Yeah, he was putting up the money.
Okay.
To do it. So
y'all decide y'all gonna do the already established building. Okay. So once y'all make this decision, now what's the next step?
Okay. So we had to tell them what we was deciding to do. And they was like, okay, we'll always be here if you guys ever need us. Because mind you, when it comes to franchising, like they literally, what people love about doing franchising, FYI, is they literally help you with everything. So like they have like a team of people or vendors. Like we have somebody, if you're looking to do a new development, we have a real estate team. If you're looking to get loans, we have a bank that we use. Like when it comes to franchising, they literally provide everything to help you to succeed. Now you still got to put some money in though. But that money is going to all the stuff they helping you to succeed type of thing, So at that point, we was kind of like back to square one because it's like, okay, well, we want to buy a location, but how we going to find out who's selling?
Exactly.
So
what is your family saying during all this time?
They don't know.
So you keeping it quiet?
I was moving in silence on a whole nother level. Like originally, I was telling them the idea. I was telling my family, my close friends, in the circles, the plan and what I was getting into. And everybody, was kind of like, okay, yeah, that would be cool. If that happens, that would be cool. So it was a bit of a little doubt, And once I was like, I don't think these ninjas understand that we for real.
They faith ain't matching mine.
They faith ain't matching mine. So you know what? I went silent. And I just started doing it. And for all they know, I'm broke and I need some money and I need to get a job. And all my friends do was tell me, Danielle, just get a job. Just give it up.
Of course they were.
I'm just like, I think I was just, I don't know. At this point, I'm gonna be honest, I was just saying stuff just to appease them. Like,
just to get them out your face for the moment.
Yeah, get out my ear because I just knew that I wasn't. So I was telling them little bits of stuff, but as it was getting down to the nitty gritty, I started getting quiet about it and just focusing on what we were doing. And
so how did y'all end up actually finding a building?
So that's a little
that's
a divine helper. You know what I'm saying? Basically, honestly, it was just one of those things where somebody that knew somebody type of thing. And here's what's funny about it though. So mind you, my people don't know that I'm really doing this, and they think I just need a job and I'm broke and I'm out here struggling to be homeless. So my stepdad was like, why don't you just go work at an Anytime Fitness? That's crazy. As a trainer. You know what I'm saying? Like I go to the Anytime Fitness down my house and he needs some trainers and I'm like, wow, God. Little do he know I'm finna own one.
Okay.
And he told me to go work for one. Right, he told me to go work for one. But I was entertaining, so I was like, well shoot, maybe I'll learn a little something while I'm there. You know what I'm saying? Because my stepdad didn't know that I'm gonna own one. He just trying to help me get a job.
Okay.
So
like, look, you need some money.
You need some money, right? So I had got connected with a guy, and at the time he wasn't really looking for no trainers, and so that's just kind of how we ended up getting connected to seeing who was selling. Because honestly, I was about to ask him, is he selling his location?
Okay.
Like, don't mean to offend you, sir, but do you want your gym?
Okay.
We're looking to buy or whatever. So it was just like knowing somebody that knew somebody.
So the owner of that Anytime Fitness ended up connecting y'all with more buildings.
Kind of helped us out just a little bit, just a little bit. We still had to do some digging, so it was like a connection, maybe like to get us to where we were trying to go, but we still had to do our due diligence.
Just a little puzzle piece God threw in there.
It was a little puzzle piece.
While your family thought they was getting you a job, they really was helping to set up your business.
Yes, exactly. And I told the owner, don't tell my stepdad, because he was his trainer. He was training him. I said, he don't know.
Say nothing.
Right, he don't know we trying to own an Anytime Fitness. So keep that on the nose.
So y'all find the building. So we're gonna fast forward. Y'all find the building. Okay. What happened? Well, y'all had to end up getting a loan. So did the loan come before finding the building or after finding the building?
So we was able to connect to a couple of sellers, and we had sent out, like an email to everybody that we was able to find that was selling in the DFW area, and we just waited for a response. Now it's just a waiting game, and the one that I wanted the Louisville location, and my partner liked the Carrollton location. He liked the numbers there. So I was like, okay, well, I'm letting him take the lead at the end of the day. I'm the broke one. He's
okay.
You
got the money.
He didn't want me thinking it that way, but I'm like, I really let you take the lead. Okay. Whatever you think is bad. He's the numbers guy anyway. Right. So, and mind you, going into it, I was like, anytime finishes, they like little small box gyms. So at first, y'all, I was like, I don't know if I want anytime finishes. They so small.
Right. They normally are small.
Don't look at it that way. You got to start somewhere. So I'm like, okay, cool. So we waited for a response, and the location that ended up responding was the Carrollton one, the one that he wanted. And so they responded with an email, and that's when we got the ball rolling with them. Now here's where it gets good. Well, we needed favor, we needed God,
So that money wasn't gonna work now.
No.
Okay.
Money, no. It wasn't the money at this point. We needed favor. That's a real thing. Like, favor supersedes it all. Like, we really needed favor because when we reached out to them, they had already had offers, and then 2 of the offers were cash offers. We weren't giving them cash. Okay, we were going through an SBA. Okay, and put in our little percentage and da 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 da. So we was already up against other offers. 2 of them was cash offers, and so
that in the natural would seem better than what y'all was coming up with.
Absolutely,
cash. You're gonna always want cash before.
Yeah, anybody's gonna want cash up front. Nobody want to go through the process of the bank, although that's guaranteed money. If you do go through the bank and you get approved for it, then they're gonna get that money because they got approved for the loan from the bank. But the cash offer, you ain't got to go through that process. Is here you go, have a nice day. So they told him that that was up against us. So my partner made it clear to him, well, we're going to be going through this process. This is what we're willing to offer. And so we had to wait for a response. Again, we're still in the waiting game at this point, because just because somebody responded doesn't mean that they're going to pick you. Yeah, they're going to pick us. Since they got other offers. So we waited, I think, for about a week, and then we ain't hear nothing. So I'm like, dang, I hope we ain't go back to square one again, the drawing board again. And so my partner was like, well, we ain't heard nothing. Silence usually means they decide to move forward with somebody else. And I said, now hold on. Wait a minute. Because my hopes is up now. Okay. I have my adrenaline up now. We getting closer. I said, wait a minute. Let's give them, I think I said, let's just wait one more day. And now I'm saying this by faith, because I really don't know what that one more day is going to do. Honestly, we could have waited one more day and still had nothing. So I said, no, wait. Let's just wait one more day. Let's not give up hope just yet. Y'all, I went into that prayer closet of mine. I went to my closet. No, I didn't go to the closet. I didn't do that. I went to my room, and I shut the door, and I just started praying, and I just said, Lord, if this is for us, may we find favor in this man's sight. And may he just bypass these other offers and just give us a chance. And the next day, that man called us and said, we'll go with your offer. So we offered the money, but there was other offers. We needed him to literally do us a favor, because who's going to bypass cash offers?
Okay, because not me. Give me that cash. Thank you.
Who's going to bypass cash offers?
And it's 2 of them?
2 of them. We needed favor.
And not even knowing who else besides them too.
We needed favor. And
I was just about to say, and y'all black.
And we black.
I was just gonna say that.
And we black.
Funny. Oh my gosh.
We black, bro. We black in this game, man.
Okay.
We black, we young, and we needed favor. Like, we already had that up against us. We black, we young, and they had other offers. What are we gonna do? And my partner was ready to move forward. I said, no, we got God on our side, okay?
Okay.
Now, my partner didn't know I'm doing all this praying and stuff behind the scenes.
That wasn't his problem.
I told him later. No, he putting in the money. I'm putting in the faith in my relationship with the Lord.
So
in prayer.
He accepts the offer. So what happens the day that y'all? Okay.
Now we get to the loan part.
Yes, we get to that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So he accepted the offer. Now we need another favor. Oh my gosh. Like we need another favor because I learned in business. This is crazy. This is when I'm learning about financial business transactions and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So I learned when it comes to like business transactions and purchasing stuff or whatever, banks want you to invest in big projects, like $1 million projects. They'll gladly, if you can get approved for that, oh yeah, here, take it. Apparently what I learned is we was asking for like chump change. It was like, y'all should have that.
Okay, like what you need us for?
Well, exactly, y'all should have that or whatever. And well, you know, you probably not playing.
Okay,
my partner probably had it. Right now,
you had it too. Your daddy had it.
Right, exactly. There you go. So he was telling me because he was like, we need another favor. I was like, why do you say that? We just asking for a loan. He was like, no. What we need a loan for is like it's a small loan. You know what I'm saying? And banks usually want you to get those big projects, you know, whatever the case may be. So the first bank that we was going through, they weren't trying to give us all of the money that we needed. So at this point, I'm new to this, but I have the Holy Spirit. And I was feeling in my spirit, we need to talk to this specific bank that Anytime Fitness had connected us to. Because remember I said they give us resources. They're going to give us resources. So it was on my heart so heavily, like connect with such and such. And so I'm hearing my partner talk and brainstorm. I said, hey, I'm being all timid about it. And I'm like, hey, I think we should connect with such and such. And that just, my partner was not trying to hear it. So I was like, well, I'm just going to go with the flow. Okay. But then it came back to me again. It just kept coming back to me. And then finally I got a little aggressive, like, hey, I think we need to talk to such and such. Do you hear what I'm saying? Because I'm getting tired of repeating myself at this point. That's all I have. I don't know what else to tell you right now. So it did. He just decided to finally reach out to the other bank that Anytime Fitness connected us to. He didn't even tell me he did it till after the fact. And lo and behold, they was willing and ready. Oh yeah, we got that. So he gave me my credit. He was like, I'm gonna give you your credit when credit's due. Let you know you was right. That was the move to make because they hopped on it like that. Like they wanted to make sure we was getting all the money that we need to make this purchase. So another favor, we needed them to give us a favor, which give us this dollar amount that's supposed to be as low. It ain't low, y'all. It ain't. Y'all would hear this dollar amount.
It ain't low.
Y'all would think that's little.
Okay.
Like, that's a little amount.
It ain't low.
It wasn't a low amount. But when it comes to stuff like this, I learned they want to have those bigger projects. They want to invest in those bigger projects, $1 million projects type of stuff. So
y'all get the loan.
We got the loan. We got approved for the loan. They was like, oh yeah, we can have you guys close in less than 30 days. I think at this point we're like in April. Okay. In the process, in the timeline. Okay. And so after that, like after going through the loan process, getting the loan approved, and you know, we it was time to put up our percentage. So basically, it's time to put our money where our mouth is. And at this point, I don't know what it was, but I think I just started to feel the burden of my business partner, because it's like, even though I knew he was, you know, putting up the investment, he still had a lot of stuff going on in his personal life. This is how I know this is God, because a lot of times in this type of situation, when you're going through this process, life starts to happen, stuff is going on, and they'll say, hey, opposition. Let's just wait. Yeah, let's just wait. And I was low-key waiting for him to say that, because I knew all the stuff that he had going on. I'm like, bro, ain't no way he gonna be able to how he gonna pull this off, because he got so much on his plate. And I'm trying to figure out my rent still. Okay. Every month. Like,
when he made it to April?
I made it to April by faith. The Lord started sending divine helpers to help my rent. Shout out to my parents. And I was I ain't gonna lie, like I know my parents will always hold it down, but come on, black parents asking for rent. Okay.
All right, now, girl. So when you gonna get a job? What's the plan?
When you pay me back, you know what I'm saying. So I needed that. I need a favor for that too.
Okay.
You know, in the meantime. So yeah. So I had this burden, and I just began to feel his burden. I feel because I started praying for him, and I said, "Man, Lord, I know he has the money. I know he's gonna put it up, but I need you to show up for him."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I prayed that the Lord would show him how God he is. Like how show
bless him
you,
for blessing me.
Right. Show him how God you are, that you really don't need his money.
Right.
I can
You
give
being
money.
used.
Right. You being used. Or I can give you more than I can do something for you that you would have never imagined. And so I'm just praying this prayer of faith for him, that the Lord would just blow his mind. That's why I said, Lord, blow his mind. And the Lord literally did that. The very next day, I prayed that prayer. Right before it was time for us to put up the money, I prayed that prayer for him. Because mind you, he's getting ready to get married. He's paying out a destination wedding. That's what costs money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This money just going. So, not to be in his pocket. I don't know what was really going on. I just feel a burden to pray for him concerning this supernatural provision and to blow his mind for a miracle. And so that very next day, when it was time to put up the money, he hit me up, blown away. He was like, bruh, he was lost for words. He was like, you wouldn't believe what happened. I was like, what happened? I'm thinking he about to say, we can't do it or something.
Okay.
Look, I got to pray that prayer of faith.
Okay.
Now.
Well, you know how we do.
Yeah. And so he was just like, the Lord just hit him up with some good, nice size money or whatever. Like he got blessed. He got blessed. He got so blessed. I was like, no, wait a minute, Lord. As many times I prayed.
Okay. Why this don't work on me?
I still need my rent for the next month. Like, where my check in the mail? Like, how did I pray this prayer for somebody else?
And it worked.
And I've been praying the last couple of months for some supernatural provision. Like I was happy for my boy, but I was perplexed at the same time. I was like, yo, that's great. And it was good money. I was like, no, I got the anointing for somebody else to do it. I can't do it for myself.
Well, hey, a win is a win.
A win is a win. But he's so good. He's such a great person because he was like, if I win, you win. If it's a win for me, it's a win for us. Like, this is a win for us. That's what he said. This is a win for us. I'm like, you right. I was just in shock myself.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, ain't that crazy? You pray for something, then be shocked when it happened. Like,
I was totally shocked. I was like,
wow. So y'all pay the money, and y'all paid the price that he asked.
Yeah. No. So this is for us. Oh, you right. Before we got to that part, before we put up the money, we did have to renegotiate some things. We was looking at the numbers, and we was like, we think we should go down. But my partner was a little nervous about that because nobody wants to go down on their offer.
Especially when you got other offers.
Especially if you have other offers. You are absolutely right.
Like the nerve of you.
And the nerve for us to offer a little bit less than what you want us to offer or whatever. I don't know what this here is, but so he was a little, like, man, I want to offend him. He was, being thoughtful. Girl, the Lord had shown himself so many times. I'm like, look, this is ours. We have favor right now. So I told him, and I had told him about the prayer that I had prayed because I didn't tell him before then. So I finally told him, like, look, bro, I've been praying this whole time.
Right.
That day when you was like, you remember when you was like, let's just move forward because silence usually, I said that night I prayed, and the very next day the dude hit us up and sent an offer. So he was like, what? He was like, yeah. I was like, I'm praying. I got something to offer. So he was like, well, can you pray again and ask the Lord? I said, no, I don't have to. At this point, my faith is just
okay. It's like, baby, I never seen him show up.
I was like, no, we don't have to. I can pray for your peace of mind, but I said, honestly, this thing is ours, and at this point, the Lord's just saying, offer what you will, and it's ours. It's already ours. So if you believe that, looking at numbers and stuff like that, that we probably should go down a little bit, then
just do it.
Just do it.
And he took it.
And he did it, and he still took it. then it came time to put up our percentage put down, because like I said, with franchising, you still have to put like a certain percentage down, which is still a couple thousand. A couple thousand.
Okay.
So
tens of thousands.
You feel me? And so when it came down to that, the Lord blessed my partner tremendously, that he didn't have to touch the money that he was gonna put up. He didn't have to touch it.
Yes.
Yep. So that was that, and he was blown away. Just like I said, I prayed. I said, Lord, do something to blow his mind, and the Lord did just that. And then I tried to pray that prayer for myself. He did though. He gave me. He gave me. He really did blow your mind. But I kind of wanted to see the money.
You like, but I didn't see the.
I wanted to see that money drop in my account like it did his. I was trying to see if that was gonna work for me.
He said, "Give me a second. Let me cook."
Right. So at that point, we experienced so many miracles throughout the process of obtaining this gym. It was like, and we closed in less than 60 days. Like, we got this gym in less than 60 days. My business partner kept telling me, Danielle, I don't think you understand how fast this is happening. Usually this takes like 6 to 7 months. Like, we did this in less than 60 days. I had to go through the training in Minnesota. He flew me out there. My business partner, like, because at this point, now he knows I don't have no money. I had to tell him. I was like, look, I've been going through over here all this time. You didn't have no idea. You had no idea.
But now that we good.
But now that we at this point. So, we had to fly to Minnesota. We use it as a business expense, you know what I'm saying? We had to fly to Minnesota. I had to fly to Minnesota, go through the training to really learn the business and the operational stuff. And spent almost a week out there, which I got homesick like a little baby. But I was so focused though, I would literally go to the training, go home, take a shower, eat, and go to sleep. I didn't do no splurging. I didn't do no, let me go drive sightseeing. I didn't do none of that. I was so focused and ready to go home too that I just did what I needed to do while I was out there learning stuff. Because at this point, this is where now the roles, my significance is important at this point, because I need to learn everything. My partner is a silent partner, so it's really on you. It's really on you. Yeah. Like, we sending you out there, but let me know how to go. Okay. I did my part. Whatever. So everything happened really, really fast, and we had to go through that training before closing. So it was crunch time. Like, time was on our side, God was on our side, everything, because right when we finalized everything, then it was like, now you can sign up for the training. So I think I signed up for the training right before the closing deadline for the training. So if I would have waited too late or delayed anyway, I would have missed that window, and we wouldn't have closed in the time that we would close. We had to go through the training first before closing on the gym or operating the gym.
So the original word, the answer came after Christmas. So December 26th-ish.
Yep.
The process started January.
Yep.
What day did we get? What month are we officially closing and getting keys?
July 12th. Really July 11th, but July 12th when it was announced to the corporate. Basically, a little over 6 months. 6 months, barely over 6 months, really, because it was right in the beginning of July. So, like, it was settled in June, because I went to the training in June, at the end of the week of June, the last week of June. It was just, that was the last thing that I needed to do before we got the keys.
Before y'all.
Yeah. Yep.
6 months.
6 months. And I still renewed my lease with no money. My mentors, everybody thought I was crazy.
Oh, ain't that how it be?
Yeah. My mentor was scared for me. My dad, at this point, now I'm telling my people what's going on. Now they know a little bit more, because now it's like, it's done.
Yeah. And nothing y'all can do to stop this now.
Well, no, I'm talking about with the gym, as far as, I was moving in silence. So I got
right. So it's nothing I can do to stop it.
Exactly.
The train already going.
So when I went to the train, when I had to go to Minnesota, that's when I'm like, okay, my people know I do not travel like that.
Right. So they like,
so me going to Minnesota gonna be like, Danielle, what you doing?
Okay, you getting pulled out?
You ain't got no money. You ain't got no job. What are you talking about going to Minnesota?
Okay.
And so finally, I had told them at that point, like, okay, y'all, it's legit. It's happening. Everybody was just so surprised and happy and excited. Like, oh my God, y'all really doing this? Yeah, y'all wouldn't hear me the first time, so I have to be quiet.
Okay.
Y'all to show y'all.
Okay.
So,
sit still.
Yep. So when it came, even though like when that happened, I had to make a decision if I was gonna renew my lease or if I was gonna move. And still didn't have no money, and I renewed the lease by faith. I did.
So what do you think your biggest lesson was from this whole situation?
Ooh.
Or if you had a couple of lessons.
I had a lot of lettuce.
Give us your top 3.
I had a lot of lessons. I would say number 1, you this whole walk by faith, not by sight is not just a saying, it's not just a scripture, that's real life. My sight was definitely louder than my faith for a good little minute. And it was like, if you don't learn that it's impossible to, without faith, it's impossible to please God, you would never please Him. So I had to really learn how to put my faith in the Lord on a whole nother level. You be thinking you walking by faith until you have to really walk by faith. That was
you can't see nothing.
I'm in the dark. It was so dark, and everybody knew I was in a dark place. I was already going through some other stuff. We'll talk about another time, heartbreak and stuff. Now
we'll be back with that later.
We'll be back
real soon.
Woo! That one right there, being broke and heartbroken, dealing with a heartbreak and being broke, that's a double whammy. So, but that's another story. But just I don't know. I don't know. The money was speaking louder than the heartbreak.
Okay,
you be in your feelings and crying.
So this my everyday.
But then when you look at your like, look at my bank account. I started crying over that.
I didn't go get a sweet.
I started getting more heartbroken about my bank account than the relationship and stuff like that. Like I was like, what is happening? So I was in a really dark. I was in a really dark place after a while. Like, dang, I feel like the Lord just kind of forgot me.
Left you.
Yeah. The same year I got ordained in the prophetic, it was the same year all this happened. It's like, God, I said yes. And you
did you hear me?
Did you hear me? I didn't say no. I didn't wrong.
Did I do something wrong?
I submitted to the call, and then all this happened. Like, what? I take it back.
Okay.
No, that was lesson number 1, faith. You have to walk by faith, not by sight. You have to wait. Yeah, time is of the essence. I need money now. That I need money now mindset, they got to go out the window with the Lord. Because if I was so stuck on survivor mode like that, and I never just took the moment to just sit and just wait, just accept it for what it is, I wouldn't be where I'm at. I'll be working some job I ain't got no business at because I just could not wait for the Lord to answer me. Because I'm looking at, I need money now. I need to pay this bill now. I was facing losing my apartment, being evicted maybe. I got 1 notice. It wasn't an eviction notice though. It was a warning or something.
Yeah, but notice the vacate thing that they got saying.
But the lady told me, and I forgot about that. The lady was definitely holding it down for me. She said, this is just me doing proper protocol.
Right, because I have to send this.
Because I have to send this, but she's like, don't freak out about it. Don't, I understand. Like, she was really helping me. Man, that was a blessing in itself. I had a good record. I never been late on my rent. So when it's so crazy because even when she thought I was, struggling, like, girl, like, what you do? Like, when I tell you people were shocked because I was paying my money. I would pay on time. And so she was like, you had a great record. Like, have a good record. Okay, because they'll be willing to help
reputation.
They'll be willing to help you out any means necessary to keep you as a tenant.
Okay.
So, waiting on the Lord is very, very key when you walk in by faith. You need to wait on the Lord. If I'm gonna lose my car, lose it.
Then lose it. He'll bring another.
The Lord didn't say anything, so I guess He don't want me to have a car.
It is what it is.
Well, they gonna evict me. Well, get evicted. If the Lord didn't say nothing, then you probably don't need to be there no more.
Right.
Like, you have to be okay with waiting on Him and trusting that His plan is better, or He has something for you.
Right.
In store. You gotta trust Him. And then that's the third one, the trust. Because we naturally trust ourselves more than we trust God, and we don't realize that, like, we trust ourselves to figure it out.
We
get out there,
control.
To have that control. But shoot, somebody think you can't even trust yourself. You'll put yourself in the worst predicament.
Every time.
I
do it every time.
You can't even trust yourself in this predicament. So faith, wait, and trust was my lesson. I have to trust God that He has plans for me. I know the plans that I have for you. I know the thoughts that I think towards you. Like, you got to rehearse them scriptures.
rehearse.
When I tell you I was reading every scripture concerning God's plan, like forcing myself to believe it, I ain't got no time. So I'm in this word.
Girl.
I'm serving in
telling
ministry.
people you got to be willing to look crazy.
Yeah.
I used to have scripture. I used to put them on my sticky notes, and I had sticky notes all over my car. I had them all on my dashboard. I had them all on the whatever that is, where the radio and stuff
everywhere.
is. Everywhere.
I need to see the word.
So I can see it
everywhere with what I'm going through right now.
Yeah.
The beautiful part about it is nobody knew. I ain't look like what I was going through. Now that I did not look like what I was going through now. I was broke, but they know I was broke. Because I had some friends, girl, let me tell you, I had some friends, and my friend's funny. Shout out to them, because my nails wasn't done. Ain't done right now, I took my nails off, but my nails wasn't done, so that was alarming.
Okay.
That's what they were like, Danny B.
Baby, she going
Your nails not done? My friend was like, girl, I'll pay for your nails. I want you to get your nails done. I was wearing my little bob weave for forever. I was holding on to dear life. My other friend offered to do my hair for free. She like, don't worry about it, just get the hair. 3 people said something. 3 of my friends said something about my hair. I was like, I know y'all know I'm just going through. Just give me time, So they got my hair done, they got my nails done. I never went out without no food. I tell you that.
Girl.
The Lord is my shepherd.
Girl.
I shall not want.
I can go all day about this.
My friends would take me out, and they knew it was hard on me. Like, I just never been So, I had good friends and support. A good support group from friends and family. My sister be cooking. Come get you a plate, girl. I know you're hungry. Because the food stamps only did so much. Like, being on government, since I was on food stamps, I was on unemployment, I just took off. And I made a joke. That was my problem. Because my mom and them, we got a lot of little group message. I had made a joke when we got laid off. When I got laid off or whatever, I was like, right before I said this, I got laid off, I was like, oh, I sure can use some food stamps right about now, but I practically gotta have no job and not making no money to get that.
God said, I ain't dead.
I bet. Not even an hour later, Danielle, we need to meet with you. Got laid off. Go get your food stamps, girl.
Boy.
Watch what you say.
I'm trying to tell you.
Watch your mouth.
Especially when you got gifts, you sure gotta watch your mouth.
Man, baby, what? My mom and them laughed. They were like, oh, go sign up for your food stamps. I was joking.
My mama would have said the same thing. Like, well,
I was joking.
Baby, the spirit didn't see the joke.
He did not. He was like, Lord, you're not supposed to respond to everything that I say. Like, straight God. So I'm using what to God the resources and help. Some people be ashamed about that. I wasn't. I'm like, well,
it ain't.
Here we are.
Okay.
Here we are. So at the end of the day, that was a long journey, because at the end of the day, I went without a job for a year.
Well, before this even happened. So
yeah. When we closed on the gym, that was in July. I got laid off June 2023. So I was without a job from June 2023 to June 2024.
A year.
Exactly 1 year. And it felt like eternity.
Yeah. Yeah. So, as y'all can see, this was definitely something that I felt like y'all needed to hear, because it blessed me, okay? it had me leaving and going to my prayer room because I was like,
you your prayer room, girl?
whatever you poured on her, sprinkle some over here. Baby, I'm telling you, you are free by the words of testimony, you guys. So, and this girl got a lot going on, okay? She owning gyms. She has her own clothing brand, which she's wearing right now. Her hat, her sweatsuit, 633. Go support her. I'll make sure that's in the description bar. But she's a prophetess. Ooh. She's in ministry. Okay, so I'm telling you, what the Bible say about much is given, much is required. Okay, so there's a lot of things on her plate. And people think that because you have giftings or because God is in your life or whatever that you don't go through stuff, and baby, no, you're gonna get hit harder because He has to teach us these things so that we can then come and show y'all, okay, look, this is what happened with me, but this is how God showed out. Mm-hmm. And so I really feel like this was something that the public needed to hear. So I just pray, you guys, that this bless you guys. This probably won't be the last time y'all see her. But and if you are in Dallas, make sure you go and check out the Anytime Fitness in Carrollton. Yes. Okay, go support. Yes. But if this blessed y'all, if y'all have any questions or anything like that, make sure y'all comment below, like, comment, and subscribe. And I will be back with y'all with another video. But you have anything else you want to say?
No, I think she tricked me, y'all. But
I did. I set her up.
She set
on the way here. I said, Lord, she don't even know she about to film a whole video.
She set me up. I was not prepared for this, but for her. And I've been watching all her videos, not thinking I'm gonna be on one.
You next.
That's crazy. I got tricked. So
it's gonna be up tomorrow. So y'all.
Oh my God.
Stay tuned.
That's crazy, but. Shop with your girl, 633collection.com. She'll put it in there, the information, and if God did it for me, He'll do it for you.
Period. See y'all later. Bye.